problem. All right, some stuff I like. I had these screeners that I get at the end of the year because I'm a member of the Writers Guild, and they send me the movies that came out that they want you to vote for. And so I watched a couple over the holidays. I watched two movies, neither of which I'm going to terribly recommend. The better of them, of the two, is Green Book, which was with Viggo Mortensen, great actor, and Tony Vallelonga, also a great actor. He was in that Midnight or whatever it was called. Is that Moonlight? He was in Moonlight. Also a terrific actor. And Vallelonga plays this Don Shirley. I'm sorry, I've got the wrong guy. Tony Vallelonga is the character Viggo Mortensen plays. The actor is Mahershala Ali. He was the guy from Moonlight, and he plays Don Shirley. And Don Shirley was a pianist, classically trained pianist, who played jazz and kind of American standards. And he goes on this is based on a true story, he goes on a tour of the Deep South during segregation days, and he hires this bouncer, essentially, played by Viggo Mortensen, to drive him around. And the Green Book is the book that supplies places where Negroes, as they were called then, could safely go in the Deep South. And it's the story of the friendship that develops between these two men. And of course, it's getting attacked by the left because the left has lost all joy in life and has nothing to do but attack movies. But it's getting attacked because it has a white guy who is helpful to a black guy. They hate the idea that sometimes white people were saviors to black people. In this, they just become, I found, very equal friends. There are some funny scenes where Viggo Mortensen introduces this kind of snooty black piano player to fried chicken. He says, "You got to eat fried chicken. You're a black guy." And I found some pretty funny scenes. It's very enjoyable, very watchable. Not a great movie, but it's fun to watch. Viggo Mortensen, he's a terrific actor. It's fun to watch him do this kind of guy. This kind of, Italian bouncer type. And the other picture I watched was Can You Ever Forgive Me?, which is Melissa McCarthy playing another true story. She plays this writer, Lee Israel, who is a overweight, unattractive, nasty lesbian writer who can't sell her books because she's writing obscure biographies, and she falls into forging letters from famous writers and selling them so she can pay her rent. And Richard E. Grant is also in it as her kind of louche gay friend who helps her do this. And the picture was, again, very watchable, not great. I kind of liked it because I knew that world, I knew that world of bitter literary people in New York. I hated it, but I knew those people, and so I could recognize even I think some of the people were actually based on people I might have known at the time, and so I kind of enjoyed watching it. But both of these movies, what they both had that I liked was the music. Now, in Can You Ever Forgive Me?, they had it opens up over the credits, I believe, with a singer that I had never heard of before named Jerry Southern, who sings a song called I Thought of You Last Night, which is just as sexy and cool a song from the American Songbook days as you could ever hear. You can look that up yourself. But more to the point was this guy, Don Shirley. They imitate Don Shirley, the piano player in Green Book. They imitate him in the movie, but I could tell just by listening to him that he had this unique style where he combined his deep classical training and his deep love of the classics with the American Songbook. So it was really different, a really different sound. So then I went on YouTube and looked him up, and I gotta say, he blew me away. This guy was a genius piano player, Don Shirley, and I was grateful to the movie. Like I said, watchable and enjoyable. I can't say it's a must-see, but I was grateful to the movie for introducing me to this guy I had never heard of, a terrific, terrific piano player. Hey, I got to say goodbye. It is the end of this brief Klavan-y week, but I hope you got as much Klavan-y goodness as you can. Next week, we'll be here all week. And of course, tonight we'll be on Daily Wire backstage, so I'll be back there. But, the rest of the time, you're just going to have to make your way through. Pre-order the novel Another Kingdom. That'll help. But otherwise, just try and survive. And survivors will gather here on Monday. I'm Andrew Klavan. This is The Andrew Klavan Show. And here's a little bit of Don Shirley traveling music.